Hey, this is Andy with Friendly Construction. Today I'm at my shop and I'm gonna do a little EMT bending for you. Show you how to measure and how to bend, how to use bender, and multipliers, deductions, and all the stuff you might need to know. Let's just be a quick course in it, and hopefully it'll teach you some basics you can use out on the job site. So when you're bending pipe, you're going to need a tape measure, you're going to need a pencil. And the reason I say you're going to need a pencil is in most applications, EMTs in exposed areas, and you don't want to have a bunch of red and black Sharpie marks on your EMT when it's exposed and the customer's going to be looking at it. If it's painted, you still might want to use pencil, just because red and black Sharpie sometimes bleeds through paint, and makes paint job look ugly when they paint your conduit. So just keep that in mind. So we'll get going. All right, for this demonstration, I'm gonna bend 90's back to back between these two boxes right here. The first thing you want to know is how high your stub would be. Since you're going to be doing this, you have to have a starting point. So I'm going to bend to the top of this box, bend down and back up, and of course I'm not going to cut the pipes. The pipe's going to be long, but it will stub up way past over here. The first thing we do, is measure that 15 inches. Our second measurement is going to be this. That's 52 inches. So I'm going to be using 3/4 EMT for this demonstration because we have a lot of it in the yard right now. So we're going to start with 15. We'll put a first mark at 15. Then we're going to read the bender. And right here, the bender says stubs 6 inches to arrow. So the arrow that's right here, and they don't have one on the back side of this one, but the arrow that's right here is what you'll line it up with. So that 6 inches to stub means you have to deduct your 6 inches. So you put your first mark at 15, you come back and put your second mark. Another way to do it would be 15 minus 6 equals 9. Since we marked it in pencil, we'll just rub it out. Too much. Right is right now. All right, so we're going to measure just double check the second time. 52 inches. And how I do my back to backs. The 90 like that. Measure down 52 minus 6. My mark goes to 46. I'll erase that. mark, lining it up with the arrow. And you have to kind of eyeball everything, try to get your bender to sit as flat as it will. Try to roll that up as straight as you can. And remember, this is a foot bender, so you want to use your foot. The bender handle is to help give it the bending. Your foot is to help give it the pressure it needs to stay down on the ground. I like to look down my conduit after I bend it. Rain. Double check. 52 inches, right on the money. And that's how you bend it. Whether you bend a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch, every bending shoe will tell you your deduction that you need to make. We did typically 5 for 1/2, 6 for 3/4. I think it's 8 for 1 inch is usually the standard measurements, but we have some benders back here that are sidewinders, tabletops, and the 4-inch bender with the bending table. Every one of those has their own deduction. On our bending table for 3/4, it's like 5 5/16 deduction. So just be aware, it's not standard for every bender. Every bender is different. So look at the bender. And actually make sure it says right there what it says, stubs 6 inches to arrow. That's what that means. That means do your deduction, and you should be able to pull a tape measure, put a mark, and pop it every time. But one thing I forgot to mention, the end you pull your tape measure from, if you're pulling from this end of the pipe to pull your measurement, this end always goes the way you pulled your tape measure. If you bend it like this, you will come up really short. If you bend it like that, you'll be right on your mark. Just a word of advice. Something else about 90's is there's a star mark on each side, and that has to do with back of bend. I went to 4 years of electrical school, and all my 4 years of pipe bending classes, no one, not the teachers, not any of the students, and I went to school with some older cats, and nobody knew how to bend with that mark. We all got taught how to bend 90's this way. And one thing you kind of do have to be aware of is when you're bending a 90 with a longer piece like this, as you're bending it up, if I would have bent it this way, bending this last and this first, then this piece, when I'm bending it up, would want to come towards me, and you have to just make sure you don't smack yourself in the face. And sometimes it has to clear the bender handle, so you have to kind of make it slide off to the side one way or the other. But I'm Andy with Friendly Construction, so hope that helped. Hope you learned something. Have a good day.